Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back into Soupy Socks Enduro, and today we're going to be jumping on some dirt bike detailing, testing out the new Muc Off brush kit that I bought at Lethbridge Honda. Let's see how it performs.
Strong, crazy bets on me. Back mid-scroll, I'ma get an arcane. Walking the wild, walking the wild. Don't know why.
Alrighty guys, today we are going to be diving into doing some dirt bike cleaning. Now the dirt bike isn't all that dirty. It is dusty. It does have a little bit of mud. I haven't ridden it since my last ride up in Rocky Mountain House. But I've sustained a bit of an injury and I kind of tore some of the ligaments in my arm and my hand. And it's been a little bit of a slower process for healing. So kind of stayed off the bike just not to keep hashing that old injury back and taking longer for it. So I kind of been quiet the last couple of weeks. But anyway, it's long overdue for a video. I'm trying to push out at least once a week video. And here's this week's video. Next week I should be back on the bike. So anyway guys, enough of the news on where I've been and what's been going on with me, but we're gonna go in and keep this bike looking new as possible. So with that, going down to my favorite retailer, Lethbridge Honda, here in Lethbridge, Alberta. They hooked me up with this awesome Muc Off detail kit. Now the Muc Off detail kit is just the brushes you see here. So it's got a lot of different applications for different types of body panels, tires, spokes, and hard to reach areas. They come up with a whole host of brushes to get the job done and to make sure that the bike is looking new. Now while we're using that as a hardware, for the software, we're going to be using the Dirt Care, and that's going to be our off-road cleaning up. So that's going to help agitate the dirt, going to give the nice dirt a nice good wash off and everything by using the dirt wash. Of course, while we're at it, we're going to keep our chain nice and clean. We're going to make sure that any grease and dirt and debris that's in the chain is going to be cleaned with the Motorex Husqvarna branded chain cleaner and degreaser. Of course, we're going to be using these beautiful chain brush set. I've got two of them here. One's DRC and the other one is a generic brand. Forgot the name of it, but anyway, those are the tools we're going to use. And then to make the bling come back, we're going to be using the Motorex Perfect Shine Husqvarna detail kit. So it looks like the day I bought it. Anyway guys, we're going to go through the brush set. This is kind of the meat and potatoes of the video. We want to make sure that these perform well. We look at what applications each brush is meant for, and we're going to take it out on a test drive. So once I go through kind of the brushes, what they look like, we're going to go throw the dirt bike on the stand, fire up the pressure washer, put this Dirt Wash Care off-road cleaner to the test in conjunction with the brushes. Well guys, the first brush we're going to be putting to the test is this big, deep bristle, soft bristle at that, brush to the test. Again, it's got the Muc Off symbols on it. Looks really good. Had it upside down there for you. Has a nice little thumb guard here so your thumb doesn't slip off of it, because when it's wet, it kind of can slide around, especially when you're using a lubricant like a nice soap. It's got a really nice feel to it, and it looks really good. I think I used this once before, but anyways, this brush is going to be designed basically for soft washing. So this is where you would find the brush suitable on all the body panels, any of the plastics, anything you don't want to have deep scratches on. So it'll be good on the exhaust pipe, fenders, side panels, seat, instrumentation cluster, the whole bit. And that's where it's going to be most useful. The deep brushes can get into the grooves really easily, scrubbing any dirt and debris that is deeply embedded in the bike. So that's kind of where that testing is going to be in, more of the body and controls. Again, feels very robust and really nice when it comes to the design. So let's go put this guy in. I am going to be using the spray, the off-road wash, but in conjunction with that, I am going to have a bucket of soapy water as well. Well guys, next up on the brush kit, we're going to be using the 2-prong brush. Now this is still a softer bristle, and this is designed for harder reach areas. So the bikes have a lot of crevices, a lot of components that kind of tuck, turn, and have really hard to reach areas. So this here is designed to get into those hard reach areas. As you can see, the 2-prong one kind of pulls it together, so you could make sure that you're in the tighter areas of the crevices of the bike. Again, it comes with a very nice robust handle. You can even hang it up if you have a wall-mounted toolkit. It's got that thumb holder. Again, when you're using it, it doesn't slide off. It's got a good grippy handle. The rubber is very rubberized, so again, if it's wet, lots of chemicals on it, your hand won't slip off of it. So that's the 2-prong one. Good for tight spaces, and again, it comes with that 2-prong design to fit into many different types of applications. So hopefully this one will do some of the magic where it's hard to reach. Well, we have one that is very similar. It is a 2-prong brush, but this one here is specifically designed for wheel and components. So as we can tell, the wheels have spokes, brakes, and all the components that go around it. That is where this specialty is. Now, it's very similar to the 2-prong brush. However, this one here is just meant for the wheels, so you can segregate your brushes. So if you're using anything on the body or anything painted, you don't have to cross-contaminate. Once again, it's 2-prong, fits into a lot of applications. Again, this is for wheel and tire. Comes with that very robust handle, very rubberized, good grip. Got the grip finger, the thumb grip indentation, so it doesn't slide off. We got the Muc Off brand. Again, all these brushes can be easily hung on the wall for ease and making sure your shop is in tip-top organizational shape. So we're going to give this guy a test on the wheels and the spokes and all the components that go around it. Again, we're putting these to the test to see how well they perform. Well guys, we have this little guy here. Now he is little, you can tell by the size of it, and that's going to be able to fit in hard to find areas. It is a detailing brush. Now it is still robust with the thumb grip on it, a good rubberized handle, although it is a shorter one. These bristles are very, very hard. Okay, so be very careful. Do not use this small guy on any body panels or any painted surfaces. This is designed for hard to reach areas. One of the areas I was looking at that this would be really good for is on the sidewall and on the knobby tires. This can get right into the crevices. It is peaked like a pie, so you could get into those hard to reach areas. If you are going to use it in the body areas, do not do anything that is hard pressure. Maybe use it to scrape off some more built up mud and dirt that doesn't come off with the rinsing or the pre-wash rinsing cycles. So again, this one here is a really small, compact one, hard to reach places, harder bristles, probably really good on the tires and the knobs of the wheels. So we're going to give this guy a test in those areas. Although the wheels and tires aren't that caked with mud, we'll see how it handles going into them with the knobs that I have on these tires on the Husqvarna. Well guys, the last brush in the kit is going to be our claw brush. Now this one here's got lots of functions and features. This one here is used as a scraper to clean anything out. Could do it in the tires and the shock areas, near the brake systems and stuff like that. However, these brushes again are good in smaller areas. That could be in, like I said, in the brake rotors, the shock tubes, and in the engine casing. Comes with 1, 2, and 3 style smaller brushes. There's no handle to this, so you just kind of have to work it the way you need it to. It's going to be more of a grip like this when you're getting into it. We're going to take it for a test ride again. Comes with the Muc Off brand. You can still hold it. However, there's no real handle to this. But again, it's just a general detailing brush that is equipped with it. So we will see it. It's got these groove teeth and stuff like that. Again, just for scraping purposes. And everything else is just more of a hard bristle brush. except for this. Well, no, they're all hard bristle. So again, be careful if you're going to use this on any paint or any plastic body because it could scratch it. It's more done for other crevices that are not treated with any coatings that could scratch or be removed. Alright guys, here we go. We got the bike on the stand. We got the bucket with a little bit of soapy water. That's car wash soap, by the way, for those who are wondering. But we are still going to be using the Powersports off-road wash for the majority of it. So as you can tell, it's not overly dirty. It's more dusty. We do have the exhaust plug, so no water drains inside. The exhaust, I do that enough when I'm doing my soupy socks Enduro environment riding. So as you can tell, it's not too bad. Like I said, the last ride we hit a couple mud puddles, so it wasn't anything too crazy. We are going to be giving that chain a little bit of a loving as well during this wash episode. And then, of course, this is the worst part of the bike. So I don't anticipate any problems with it. It's going to be a light wash. Just kind of want to put the brushes through its paces to see how they handle when they're wet, see how they perform. Once we do this, we're going to give it a quick dry with some drying towels. And then the last step is that Motor X Shine to put some brand newness in the 2023 Husqvarna TE250 Enduro. Alright guys, we're pretty well here, ready to go. We're going to start off at the back wheel here. We're going to clean the rubber, so we're going to use the brushes as accordingly to what they want you to do. So again, we got the Muc Off. This one here is the spokes and the tire and wheel. So as we can tell, it's a two-prong one still. Actually, this one's not the two-prong one. So this is the one where you can get into where the spokes are and everything like that, and give it a good wash. Now the smaller one, what I'm going to use, again, this one's going to be used for the harder stuff to reach area. So as you can see here, it's digging into the, you might have to put your foot on the tire if you don't want it to move or keep it in gear. I left it in neutral because I want to go and turn the vehicle on, or the bike on, and do the chain while it's in motion. So anyway guys, this is where you can find the two different ones. This one here is going to be for the spokes and the wheels, and then getting into harder to reach areas within your back sprocket areas and stuff like that and everything. So we're just going to check it out. So the first thing we want to do is we gave it a rinse. Now I'm just going to go in there and kind of use the Powersports spray to get into it. We're going to use one side at a time to get the brakes done. So we're going to be jumping around for a couple of different brushes on each side. Take your time and do a good job. So again, with this one here, I'm running a little bit low on this Powersports spray, so I'm hoping it'll be enough to get everything done, and you can just let it sit. Yeah, so let's get this one a shot. This one here, as you can tell, is it works really well on the side of the wheels like that. It controls it very well. And again, something to keep your bike nice and clean. So let's give that a spin up to get 100% of the wheels and tires. And if you just want to go like that, that helps you a lot more. Now again, depending on how crazy you want to get, the more time you spend on it, the more time you will get the bike nice and clean. So far this brush here is really good. Again, you can dip it in if you want a little bit more lubrication with soap and stuff like that. Again, you can just help it along by turning the wheels and tires and getting all into that area where it'd be hard just with a wash mitt or not. You can also go like this in each stage. Again, as you can see, it works really well getting into the tight spaces. Whoever did this designed it with this in mind. They took it for a couple little bit of wash bin cycles and all that, so that one's good. And you could just go back, clean it like this. Again, just keep it nice and clean. You can do it from the other side as well. The brake rotor, again, as you can tell, this deep brush gets into the bottom of it, so it's getting into this whole crevice area. So again, keeping the bike maintenance free or dirt free will help it with its maintenance issue. So right now it's kind of a little bit hard to get in there. So what we can do is we can now go with the regular two-prong one. This one splits it up, And now you can go in there and really give that a good wash. And again, it's pretty designed for this type of stuff here. You could use it really well. Inside here, you can get everywhere inside that brake. So again, the difference between these two, they look exactly the same. One of them splits apart, one of them is totally enclosed. So you can get that done. As far as this one here is going, again, if you have a lot of chunks and stuff like that, you could go like this. Forgot to mention, my pressure washer just quit. Did it a second time around, and I don't know what it is. It's got full gas. I just changed the oil, and it runs good, and then just quits. I thought it was broken. 2 days later, I went to start it. It works good. Now it's quitting again. So I'm not sure if it's a carburetor issue or not. So I got my Melnor pressure washer gun. It's not pressure washer. It just basically hooks up, and you can get it to have like a feature where it really knocks off a lot of the dirt and dust. So as you can tell, coming in here, this little brush does really good with the knobby tires. In here you probably have to go a little bit more, which I'll kind of just go along on that. But you know, if you want your tires to look really good, less mud debris in it, again, depending on how crazy you want to wash your bike with, this kit can really be a detailer's helper. I'm getting back to a full circle. Yeah, that's good. And then in here, just go like this. That'll make it blow a lot faster. Same with this one. There we go. I like that it's a hard bristle design, so it really digs into the chains and stuff like that. So I'll have to do it on the other side. So once you kind of get where you want it to be done, I wouldn't let it sit there too long. If it starts to dry, it's not the greatest. So again, I got this is my Melnor pressure washer replacement, and as you can tell, it works pretty well. Probably splashing you guys there. Sorry to get you soupy. Here, get a little splash on your face. Hopefully that clears you up. Put that over there. Perfect. So that's kind of where we're at with the nice brushes. So far I can tell it did a really good job. Now, some of the brushes we didn't check, we got two more. We got this little guy here. And again, this one can go into really tight spaces, right? So if you want to get into the hubs and stuff like that, right in those small areas, again, this is a really good way to do it. You can really get the grind and dirt out of there. And so, you know, this will help get rid of any dust and dirt. So that one is good there. This one here, again, you can use it for like into these areas and the brake caliper and stuff like that. Just get in there and start agitating away. This one here, as you could tell, the fan one, again, good on the brake system, brake caliper. You can get into these areas here where the other brush might be too big. Again, these little small crevices on the bike, on the back spindle area, the nuts and stuff like that, could really go a long way. Now this one here is a scraper. If I had a lot of dust and debris in there, I could do it. Once you're done that, again, don't let the soap sit. Take it, wash it really, really nice. So if you're doing a good job, you should notice that if you're putting the bike on the stand or rolling it after a muddy ride, you have that little grinding sound, a lot of the dirt and debris inside the calipers and inside the braking and chain. this technically should get rid of it all or most of it. So that's going to be that one. So let's go to the body on the side. Let's go to the body on the side, and then we'll test out the big body brush and stuff like that, and maybe a couple of the small brushes. Well guys, here we go. We're going to go on the body. Again, once we start, we're going to go in with our little bit of a help from the dirt wash, the off-road sports cleaner. We're going to give this a nice little dousing. We're going to let it work its magic for a few minutes. Again, we're going to do one side at a time. If you want to go over some areas, it doesn't hurt while you're at it. Okay, riders, the two brushes you want to use on the body for this kit is this one here for hard to reach little areas where the big guy won't work. This guy's good for the bigger, longer exterior shields of the bike. So let's go and do that first. So again, I got the dirt bike wash there. This one's nice and smooth. It won't wreck your decals. It's a good reach and stuff like that. So for the most part, it'll do really good. It's good on swing arms. I'm doing a nice little swing arm clean there. Go up to the frame up here. I'll do the seat. It gets inside the rad protection area, the big H gas tank, and everything. So it's got a really good handle. It's not slipping from my hand. It's got a really good robust feel. So, you know, if I'm going somewhere and your hand slips, and you can go in there. So once, I'll bring the camera in a little bit once I give it a good wipe down, and you can see just what this one can cover with the soap residue. And then we'll go in there and do another cover on it. So let's bring the camera in a little bit closer. So as you can see, it gets right into the crevices, right into here. It gets into this really nice. This deep brush can really reach inside the engine casing, your springs and stuff like that. So that brush is good. Again, if you still need extra reach, don't go to the twin. The twin one is the one you want. And then that one can go into these areas here and just get your bike nice and clean. Again, just go in and work it. You don't have to really put a lot of pressure in it, especially in here. There's a lot of sensors and stuff like that. You want to make sure that you don't put too much pressure in that area. You just want to make sure that it's all in nice and clean and stuff like that. So as you can see, it goes in nice places. It's not slipping. In the back area here, it gets right into the grooves, as you can tell. Nice area here, splash shield there, and that's it. So again, if you miss anything, you want to redo it, go along to do it. So these brushes are pretty good. Let me give this a rinse off, and then we'll look at some other methods of the brushing. So I still got to do the full seat, so I got to redo this. I'm just rinsing the side, showing you how this pressure washer works. Again, it doesn't have a hard spray on it, and it was designed for this type of application. So if you don't have room, you want to be on the more environmental side of things without using a power pressure washer or a gas pressure washer, you could use a good one like the Melnar. Okay guys, before I put the camera down and finish the rest of the bike, we're going to test this guy out on the instrumentation. Again, you want to use this big brush here. Let me wipe your tears off of joy. Again, this here is designed for this type of stuff where you can get right into it, right? Just nice and clean, right? It's not going to scratch. It's not going to get everywhere with it. Really easy. It's good on the handlebars. You know, those are the tricky parts to clean and stuff like that. You know, when you look at the wings here, this just gets in there and does a good job. Makes the job a lot more effective and faster. You can get in there. It's good on the headlights. It won't scratch anything. It'll be good inside all that crevices area. So I'm going to go finish the rest of the bike, guys, and dry it off. And then we'll take a look at the final results, and then I'll do a final wrap up. Well, my soupy socks wearing Enduro riders, the bike is done. It is looking amazing. The products went really well. Just goes to show you with the right products, with the right tools, can bring your Enduro bike back up to normal. So we started off with the brushes, the off-road car wash, or the off-road power sports wash, and we finished it up with some nice Motorex shine. And even the tires don't even need to be glossed with some tire shine. You can add a little bit of a punch if you're looking for a visual. If not, the off-road dirt wash, Dirt Care, is a one and done product with the right brushes from Muc Off. Your power sports, your dirt bike, everything will look like the day you bought it for years to come. So anyways, I give it a 5-star rating. I hope you like the video. If there's any questions, comments that you have, post them down below. And yeah, in the meantime, look out for more ride reviews and everything else in between. So guys, you stay soupy. Catch you on the next episode. What now?
I can't even fucking get my feet out of here.
Oh, it's deep. You can?
Fuck.
We're at the end because now it goes up.
Not stop.
Here.